Prayer, most valuable gift given by God. Countless are the creations of God, ranging from an insect to that of a mighty and ferocious beast, not to mention about human beings. But the latter distinguish themselves from the former by using the faculty of thinking. With its help, they can identify the evil from the good and the wrong from the right. It is hence necessary for every man and woman to use this divine tool properly, think deeply, and approach the goal of his or her life. What then should be the purpose of his birth? Why did God cause his appearance, and what are his duties? Are the questions that should engage his attention. The most valuable gift God has given to everyone is prayer, a medium through which one can establish communion with him. Like a child who cries when in need of its feed, and the mother who will rush to it, prayers of a person will surely compel God to respond. There are certain guidelines in scriptural texts as to how a man should conduct himself. There are bound to be problems and challenges, but instead of getting disheartened, he has to face them boldly. What is essential for him is to know his limitations. Desires he cannot avoid, but he can surely restrict his needs and display contentment with what God has provided. He should not abuse others or throw blame on them. Circumstances responsible for certain events cannot be altered, but one can change his angle of thinking and be calm. A question may be asked as to how a man can lead a worldly life if he is totally dependent on God. The answer for this is that he should do his duties disinterestedly, not aspiring for the fruits thereof. His thoughts must be focused on the source of power from where he derives his strength. Man's goal is to ensure that there is no rebirth. The three paths made available to him, duty, devotion, and knowledge, are complementary to one another. For this, the example of a sweet was cited by Vishwanath Guruji, Bangalore, in a lecture referring to its size, weight, and contents, like sugar. How a person should remain in the world has been described in scriptures, such as his being free from perturbation, unaffected by mundane gains or losses. In his efforts to travel on the path of virtue, a proper mentor should guide him. Humility, less talk, and discharging his obligations without an eye on the fruits are some of the qualities which he should cultivate.